Now we have sound. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, we got a real headset now. We ain't got one of them cheaps. This is the Plantronic 500. Google it. This is a good headset. Darn good headset. So we definitely moved it up a little bit. We moved up a little bit. Now, let's see. I know my foot on it. Let's see if we got some footage here. Oh, my chest hurt. All right, y'all can hear it. All right, looks like we got footage. Open. All right, camera started. Give me the mask. I need to be in the corner out. And turn it. me know. Is the camera too high? Now, we're gonna cheat. Because my inseam is 29 and a half. And the bike seat is 27 and a half. That leaves 2 inches. So now, we cheat. And put our leg over. And there you go. As y'all can see. Alright. Fix the mirrors. Yeah, we got both mirrors on this bike. Marsha only got one. Of course somebody gonna pull out. Which, alright y'all, let's go. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
First time on Marsha in 2 months. She is always off. I fixed it.
Liz said she gotta lay down here this, Robin. Hope you feel better, Liz.
There's somebody behind us. Pull over and let them get by. Come on. Amen. There we go. Still don't feel like it's right.
So yeah, 1 bus.
Look at all the buses lined up.
2 buses. 3 buses. 4 buses. I've been living around here since 2017, February of 2017. I have never seen 4 buses in a row on Kirk Avenue. Anything to stop our momentum. 4 buses. Y'all go look at the videotape. You will never see 4 buses at the same time on any of our mobile lives. They'll find anything. Anything.
The oil glowing in the video. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The brakes not working. Wait a minute.
Good luck with the guard, David.
There it is. And we heading to the Royal Farm. If y'all know our arena here in Baltimore, it's called the Royal Farms Arena. It's a convenience store like 7-Eleven.
There's y'all chatting.
How you doing?
Somebody got a Land Rover.
Somebody got a Red Rover right there. Alright, come on, Marsha, let's get it. Yeah, let's go.
John Hopkins University.
Let you rest when we get to the top. Oh, let you rest.
Hanging out with the G-Biz. The University.
All we need. Yeah, I'll be careful, Liz. I'm riding through Johns Hopkins University right now. Last night I took y'all to Johns Hopkins Hospital, the best hospital in the country. Today, we at Johns Hopkins University. This is where they make them fantastic doctors at. Here at the university. And they blocking the bike lane. Bike lane closed, okay? Excuse me, sir. How you doing today, buddy? How you doing? Hey.
I thought somebody said that they got past me. Isn't that on the chat?
These are not gonna be out here. Always gonna be one person.
Hey, man.
bed.
And get a bike, no chance to rest. Time for the weed, baby.
Come on, Marsha. Marsha,
you had no wheels you over to the pilot, do you?
Come on, Marsha.
You should have said, wheel me to the ER. Oh, yeah, they ain't the same jogger.
Uh-oh. No, it ain't bad out here, Liz. All right, try it again. I knew you were going to time out. I thought it'd be halfway up the hill. Not already. Got done. Come on, girl. Give me this hill. Get out my way. I ain't got nowhere to go. This is all hill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like he's coming out. Come up this hill. Kill this bike. Oh, you got it. I don't know no other way to come. You don't need me in the middle of the street though. All these cars parked in no parking spot. Can't hide in the parking spot. Got me in the middle of the street. So y'all, we didn't have to. Got me in the middle of the street. Come on, Marsha. Get in. I can't help it on my own. Yeah, I'm 29 pounds lighter.
The last time I rode this bike, but I ain't in much better shape. Let me try it, y'all. Cause I hear cars coming. That's fear. That's fear. So get in your back. Oh, Jesus, come on. I don't want to get run over. Come on.
Y'all see I'm paddling.
My legs are burning. We get the exercise today. We gotta realize, ain't that something? We gotta no hill. There's no momentum. You know you're wrong for this. She don't got off on us. Again.
And the wind changing.
Look at that. See that stop. No momentum.
Car ain't going nowhere.
And this car taking this sweet time. This head went on. Come on, girl.
Last time we changed this speed, we cut off like that.
Let's go. Let's make them go around me. Yep. The motor just cut again. The motor cut again. We got heavy up the hill.
Y'all hear me breathing hard.
Well, I'm trying to see I'm 29 pounds lighter than the last time I was on it. But she's still doing the same thing. I'm thinking about taking the controller out and scrapping it to the side. If the controller is getting hot. Somebody on the Amazon listing said the same thing. They said that when they ride this bike for 2 or 3 miles, the controller overheats. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Sometimes being on the sidewalk is worse than being in the street. How you doing, buddy? All right, y'all, let's roll on. I'm pedaling it right now. Hey, son. Hey, son. Hey, son. Oh, shit, what the hell is that? Hold on.
Yeah.
Did we break something? What the hell was that?
Tail light.
What the hell was that?
You saw it, there it is.
Oh, we broke the light. I told you we gotta leave some every trip.
We can't buy any more off Amazon. They're unavailable. I've been waiting, y'all see? That's right here.
The light just broke.
So then both of them, we had 2 of them. Both of them
That's
broke.
all right. These gonna have to do. They're gonna have to do.
Oh, I still got the watch spring in my
There's
pocket.
only one? Alright, that's gonna have to do.
We got a bar right here. We
The light
keep.
broke.
Big one, little one. Big one for the house, little one.
Yep, I can't get on with it. Yep. It's broke. We can't do nothing with it. We're gonna have to use this. That's our light. I hope it's enough.
I'm killing the bike. The bike killing me.
That's for a light. I don't see the trash can. If I put it in my pocket, I'm not gonna litter. So we hit that bump and it caused the light to hit the tire. And the sad part is,
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Good. So as you can see, these things are gonna happen. No matter how much you plan for it, these things are gonna happen. Told y'all, every mobile live is always something. Huh? Good get a chance to rest for a second. Ouch. Trying to get my leg over. Somebody coming with a gun.
Can we see in somebody's house?
It sound right, boy.
Still got the Christmas lights up.
Hey, fire!
Christmas lights still up.
That shot. He's back. Hey, fire! Hey, fire! Oh, boy! Hey, fire! That's a big one right there. Yeah, that's funny, y'all. You ever take it on the sidewalk, come talking about light? Somebody right there, watch. Mm-hmm. And going the total opposite way. Ain't that something? There's the roll farm.
It sound right, boy. It sound right, boy.
Oh, my phone is on, doggone it. Oh, well, took a fine time. Thank you, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you had it open, that made it perfect.
I'm sorry, what?
I said you had it open, that made it perfect. I just able to slide right on in.
She needs you to have that doing for me, but yeah.
Put you out the way.
Look at all that liquor.
How you doing, dear?
Roll phones out liquor.
Yeah. 53, 4 milligrams cinnamon. The red one, 4 milligrams. You say you got 2 of them? What, you got,
Look how retarded I look. What the heck?
let me get the 4
Look at
milligram,
Hey, man, she walked away.
yeah.
You're crazy on camera. Oh, nobody want to see your roly-poly butt.
That gum from the girl, and that nicotine gum was trash. I mean, it was taking like 5 of them to equal 1. And starting to hurt my jaws chewing all that gum. So
Do it for you?
I got to do. But I appreciate the help. Appreciate it. Thank you. Come on, Marsha. Put your butt on over here. Alrighty, the bad news is we gotta head back. Yeah, I made a mistake. I was trying to help that girl out by getting that gum, but they shorted her. That gum they was giving was trash. I mean, I don't know where she got that gum from. It was trash. I mean, I use the equivalent. If you drink alcohol to equal one of these, I would have to choose 5. One of these ain't me. This is it right here. I'm talking about the nicotine gum. I don't know if it was a 0.5 milligrams she had. I wasn't getting no buzz. I was taking 4 and 5 of them at a time. See, somebody said last week, I think it was Nia that said, you popping them like gum. Well, what she said came true. With that gum she gave me, I was popping them, they wasn't doing nothing. I was popping some more. It's like if you drink, if you have 5 of them cheap Canadian beers, or 1 shot of whiskey, you would have to have 5 of them cheap beers to get the same buzz off a shot of whiskey. That's what it was like. Oh, that was Liz said that? Yeah, okay, one of y'all said it. One of y'all said it. So, popping them like candy. Okay, well, that's what wound up happening. Popping them like candy, like you said. When you taking 5 at a time, it hurts your jaws, chewing 5 pieces of gum. So, I was like, I kept taking aspirin, you know, because my jaws were hurting. So, you know, a family member helped me out. And so, I was able to go ahead and, get it handled. So, I appreciate the family member. I hope she knows how much. But this is one way. I hope it don't wind up bad. We definitely going down the wrong way, so we gotta be on our P's and Q's. Somebody cut that corner, we did. They ain't gonna have no time to react. Alright, I'm gonna use the paddle with sense. I'm just gonna paddle. Ain't nothing over there to look at. I let the bike do what it do. Y'all ain't never heard if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The weight is down. The sugar levels are down. When you start messing with stuff, that's when stuff go bad. So we doing alright. Let's just leave it be. Not trying to overprocess, overthink. Just be grateful. I'm grateful. I'm trying to do better now. Oh Lord, that was a bump, and I saw it. And couldn't do a darn thing about it. I saw the bump. That's the part that hurt. I saw it. And this is a one way, and I know it's a one way, and yet I'm still going down it. I could have got on the sidewalk, but nope, I'm so stupid. We got the red light. Tell Roxanne don't turn on the red light. Go ahead and tell Roxanne don't turn on the red light. Go ahead and tell Roxanne, you ain't got to turn on the red light. You don't have to work for money. Roxanne don't turn on the red light. Why you always want to fuss and fight? Don't turn on the red light. Roxanne. like to work for money, girl. She said, Roxanne, don't turn on the red light. Don't turn on the red light. Don't turn on the red light. Alright, turn the music back on. My bad, that's why I'm singing. We ain't got no music. What you just have to hear? I'll let the back rest for a minute while I turn the music on. She said, Roxanne, you don't have to turn on the red light. You said dogs howling. Am I singing that bad? Let me turn the music back on. Am I hitting the right button?
Power on.
Okay.
Ready to pair. Connected.
Oh, let me turn the heated gloves on. Camera right here. Right next to the phone. You can't see it. Put his leg down. Can't stand on the other leg, you ain't calling us up. See the downhill slant right there. Look at me bouncing on the bike. Shots, baby. Look at these potholes. Whee. Look at that. That's a mess. Should have got on the sidewalk. Pretty cheap on top right there. Yeah, I couldn't make no moves. Cause I knew the cop was in line. You out the way, Grandma. Granny Grand. Grandma Mom.
They got another cover. Margarini's up tonight. Margarini's up tonight.
took our Wii moment from us. Watch. They're gonna take our Wii moment from
Y'all
us.
ready for the Wii moment?
Virginia
Ladies, y'all ready for the Wii moment? Hey!
Look out. See me coming.
See me coming. Y'all still not anyway.
They still coming. Hey, he gonna stop. He stopped again.
Come on, man.
Look out. Virginia plates. Redneck inbred. Kissing cousin. Virginia.
Well, no Wii moment. That guy took it away. No Wii moment. They got stolen from us. No Wii moment. That was a Virginia hit. Hit from Virginia. Took away our Wii moment. Am I mad? Nope. We got 3 more.
Oh, no, y'all can see him. Good, you got a green light? Let's get it. Block ahead at full speed. Let's go. Hey!
Yeah, that was savage.
Oh, the flying up.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
y'all can see him. Oh, flying up. Like that time. Are you saying? I'm getting more exercise than I want to see. We're almost to the top of the hill. My legs are shot.
Light change. Put my glove on. Yeah, you notice? Turn the electricity on. And you turn themselves off. Somebody be tracking that message. We got the overhead shot. All somebody gotta do is wind back and look over top of my head. Oh, they're gonna play? Y'all see I'm calling?
Y'all notice the battery conked out right here. And then you see the bike timeout right here. And then what's so special about right here? If y'all see that light up there, that's where I used to live at. Don't y'all find it strange that both times they happened at the exact same spot? We would go up that alley. If y'all see that light up there, that's where I used to live. Is somebody mad? Is somebody mad? I'm just asking the question. Why is it always right here at the alley that we used to have to come out of? We used to come out here and ride down the alley and leave. We always seem to have a problem when we come up and ride by this alley.
Where's the battery time? Less than a block from the house. Hand out on. That's all right. Twisted.
Right here, the same alley.
The G9, which is Cindy Brady. The GF9, which is the Marsha Brady. And the bike I'm riding, is the Jan Brady, the middle child. And then I'm riding Marsha, the biggest one. That's why I call them the Brady girls. You watch the show more, you would know. That's why we call them the Brady girls. Now, nobody now cares named Bessie. So, there you go. But y'all know that the other bike was called, the little bike was called Nelly, Little Nelly. That's where the name come from. All right, we made it back safely.
All right, that's it for that ride. But for those of y'all that wasn't here yesterday, I don't know where y'all was. Don't know where you was yesterday. But let's just get to the part where we down by the water.
Alright, so we going down here in the water. Alright, so we going into the water. We going into the water. As the man said, keeping your head in the water. This is the end. You know, I think we down here on the waterfront. This is the end. Yeah. I don't want to get too close. I'll get a little closer. Look at that big ship over there, y'all. Ain't it beautiful down here?
just can't let us be, can you? Just can't let us be. Must be terrible coverage down here on the water. Hit me at the spot. I bet you the Wi-Fi turned itself on. Yep. Anybody else you turn on, sir? You doing what you want to do? You doing what you want to do? Nobody else you turn on? Ain't nobody asked you to turn on, sir. I'm trying to give everybody a good view. All Baltimore ain't raggedy. We do got some nice spots. You know. Alright, so we back. Say I want them, it's beautiful down here.
Let's keep moving.
Playing Russian. How y'all doing? Alright, let me take y'all to the real part. Let me take y'all to where everybody at.
Yeah, y'all see y'all moved in.
If you look down,
See, really just came around the corner.
look at that. We at the end. Where are we? Now we going to the dock over there. We going to the dock over there, y'all. It looks beautiful.
Nice ship right there. Now we going over there. Y'all see that building over there?
This video is called Taking a Tour.
Look at all them sailboats.
That's what we doing.
Look at that money.
I don't know where that goes. I don't know where that goes.
I should have rolled around that way.
Okay, I remember we came through here last time. I think I'm more than one. I'm really close to the water, y'all.
That would have just brought us around.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that beautiful
Let me
view?
stop.
Anybody gonna go for a swim?
Y'all see that view? Y'all go through out to the water. And we're gonna go, there's the hotel. And we're gonna be on that side. So remember that, y'all.
So we gonna go up there and
We're
go
gonna be on this
around,
side.
and we gonna be on the
to
other side over there.
Let's go.
So let's get it. Anybody wanna go for a swim? Anybody? Anybody wanna go for a swim?
Oh, Lord, back to the cobblestone. They gonna miss a shot.
Anybody wanna go for a swim? Yeah, look at the stairs. You go down there, get dunked. They got bridges here. Who wanna sit with that back to the water? That bridge fall, you go right in. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, Lord. They're going to fall in. They're going to fall in.
Now we were all the way down there. We came all the way up. Now we gonna come out. We gonna be on the other side of this hotel. See, they got it gated off.
This hotel right on the water. Oh, my song is on. Hold on, y'all. My song is on. I'm trying to turn the volume on something. Turn that up fine. happened? I don't know what happened there, y'all, but okay. Yo, look over there. You on that side, you on that side, you in the water. You go ahead and drive in. Oh, no, in the water. Now we started way up there. We worked our way all the way down, back around there, and back down. And we still ain't done. We going over there then. See that building? We'll go right through it and come out. On the way home, we gonna pass by 4 different low-rise project developments. We going over there now. It was all over there, and now we going over here. Who wanna go for a swim? Get in the water. Yeah, I made a mistake. I should have went left. I should have went left here, but I went straight. I should have went left there, but I went straight. See, we would have came out right there. So we seen a fox and we seen 2 ducks. Then we going over there. Now see, I should have came around this way and then came up. Instead we cut through it. Somebody can push me on in if they want you. right, let's speed up for Tristan. about some of the stories I had, they thought I was too violent. That's right there. But that guy over there,
Dunbar Middle School.
very much behind the team.
That's one of John Hopkins circles right there. I should have took y'all up there.
Dunbar Middle School. They did a high school, this is middle school.
I didn't want to waste the battery. That's Dunbar Middle School right there. All right, y'all, but we gonna go to the nice low riders. I really don't want to live down here, but if I got to go to the projects, goddamn, send me to these.
We got to see how they're here.
Let me get one of these, y'all. These are nice. Let me get one of these.
Look at them.
Let me get one of these joints.
Right here, look at them.
Let me get one of these low riders, yeah. Put me on the first floor. I'll take any one of them. They can put me in that building too.
You ain't gonna feel like nothing like getting me up.
Yeah, these nice low risers. These are projects. Let me look
Look
nice.
how beautiful they are.
Shit, I would buy them one of them.
Looks like it's supposed to be on 360.
That's a high rise right there. Compared to New York, that's a low rise. New York and Chicago. But that's a high rise right there.
They got some more. Look at your old house project down.
Put me in one of these.
Ain't it beautiful?
I'll take the first floor.
You're over the bigger.
I ain't picking. Let me get in that building right there. Put me on the first floor, baby. Keep in mind, y'all, we only on Caroline Street. Y'all can Google these. We still got another set of projects
Look at this
to show
bed.
you.
Take your time, Becca. Take your time, girl. I see this hell at.
Where you go, Tracy? You just want to see the projects?
Becca, you're running along. This here is long. Y'all can see it.
It's Sunday night, ain't nobody out. Ain't no more schools over here. More than
I might go in this building right here.
Well, might get one of these.
Or one of these buildings.
There goes some more low risers.
Some more low-rise projects for you. Some more low-rises on both sides. Low-rise projects.
Man,
Check it out. Low-rise projectables.
I'll take the first floor of one of these.
Low-rise projectables. I'll take one of these.
I'll take the first floor.
Low-rise, baby.
I'll roll with it.
I'll take one of these.
Right to the red light.
I ain't picking.
There's the pharmacy right
There's
there.
the courthouse. There's the Walgreens.
Y'all be almost home.
I ain't picky. I'll take one of them low
You
rises.
on North Avenue. There's the poorhouse. Social services around the other side. I pick y'all every day. It's the East Side District Court. Car right there. They turn it.
See, we out there with the big boys. We ain't playing. That's the courthouse. There's our Walgreens. Pharmacy.
There's the Walgreens. There's the Family Dollar. Please don't.
Oh, this is the court. I got to bring that courthouse in.
Please not holler. There go that Family Dollar.
Social services is their rent. I might be better dropping this paper off to them.
There's that Wendy's.
Yeah, remember that sorry Wendy's job?
They gave me that nasty food.
I'll never go in there again. they get 6 clicks on their neck, and then I take that up and check. Get up there.
Always a call coming up. We're going by the alley. That's the alley of death. That's the alley of death.
Alrighty.
We had to start yesterday.
Safe. It looks like that was the last song. So the music has stopped them good. I ain't got to hear my neighbor fuss. Good.
All right. That was for y'all that missed yesterday's video. So just being on that one street, we passed 3 different project developments. We also rode by the exact spot, because the video was up. You can go find it. If you go on YouTube, it's up. The dude that punched Tommy Sotomayor at Sinetta's show in Harlem, that same dude, the bald-headed little short dude that punched Tommy Sotomayor in his mouth, he got on the reverend down here from a big church that came down to the projects to donate, and he donated $5,000 from his church members. And the guy that punched Tommy Sotomayor chumped him down and told him he better not see him ever in the projects again, and ran him off. Told him he was going to jack him up. The video's up. We rode by that exact same place, and there was a heavyset white girl, and she was rapping. Y'all remember that video? Because I got the video. It's on one of my channels, but we actually showed the video. But I took y'all past that exact same spot. Now, I can't take you by. I'm not in New York, so I can't take y'all to Harlem, but I showed y'all what happened. The spot. You rode by it. So, like I said, I forgot what the guy's name was. But y'all know who I'm talking about. And so, that's why I said I took y'all down there to the end again. And we went further than we went last time. And the next time I take you, we're going to go even further. But now I know I can make that trip on one battery. We didn't have to bring that other battery, and that was less weight. You know, we could have had that 8 or 9 pounds off the bike. We could have been going faster and farther because it takes more battery to drag. The more weight you have, the more battery you burn. And like I said, my knee's getting better, and we was able to pedal. And we definitely tested it today with Marsha. We did a lot of pedaling. It wouldn't surprise me if I went in there and got on a scale and I was like 257, 254. It wouldn't surprise me. But I'm gonna go in here and I got some shrimp and rice left. And I got the pack of thighs that I got from Amazon. I didn't take them out the refrigerator, so we're gonna have to eat the shrimp. And what you call 'em? We're gonna have to eat the shrimp and shrimp and rice. The barbecue sauce brought my sugar up. My reading was 122 today. Yesterday it was 90 something. So that the barbecue sauce brought the sugar reading up. But I needed something different. You know, I've been eating fish and shrimp. I mean, not fish, rice and shrimp. Rice and shrimp. Rice and shrimp. You know, with chicken mixed in every once in a while. So what I did was, I had made some chicken yesterday, and I had a thigh left.
when I got off the show yesterday, I cut up the chicken thigh and I put that in the pot. I chopped up part of the onion, put that in there, and I had the it was broccoli and something pasta. It wasn't rice, it was pasta shells. I put that in the pot, put some of the barbecue sauce in there, and boiled it. Then I strained it. And it tasted pretty good. So this morning, I didn't use chicken, but I did use... No, I did. I actually fried the leg quarters. 2 of them, with 2 left. I ate 1 of them as is, a leg and a thigh. But the second part, when I came back in the afternoon, I cut them up and I put them in the pot. And I gotta tell you, having chicken, shrimp, and rice together with a little bit of barbecue sauce, it's all right. It's all right. Matter of fact, I didn't take the chicken out of the freezer. Doggone it. That's my last pack of chicken. You said with the barbecue, Sweet Baby Roy's. Wait a minute. Let me go show you. Hold on. Hang on 1 second. Did that answer your question? Somebody suggested it, because I had already had one picked out. Somebody had suggested it, because I had a sugar-free one picked out. And somebody suggested the Sweet Baby Ray's. That's why the sugar went up. Because it's not sugar-free. That's why the sugar went up. It's not sugar-free. If I got the sugar-free one, sugar wouldn't have went up. But you know, well, that's why the sugar went up from 90 something to 122. Matter of fact, the last time I did this, the computer freaked out. I hope it don't. Hold on. Where is? Why are you way up there? What are you doing? This thing always got to act crazy. Okay. Oh, I apologize, y'all. The sugar reading wasn't 122. I was off. Hold on a sec. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me say that. Uh-oh. And then. Okay. And then. Okay. All right, now. What do we have for pictures? I see anime. No, what do we? There we go. Pics. This is what we got in trouble at. This is what we got in trouble at. I hope it don't happen again. Now, this was our reading the day before yesterday. We had a 97. Y'all see that, right? That was the reading the day before yesterday. This was our reading today. I said 122 is 112. So 97, 112, that's not bad. That's not bad. But the doctor said 110 is the standard. So we were 2 over. So even though we had the sweet baby, even though we had the sweet baby, we still didn't go over. And we managed to hold on to the and we still holding at 260 for the second day in a row. Would be nice to get back down to 258, but we holding at 260. Need to get on the scale now after all that pedaling and see where I'm at. But 258 was better, but we'll take the 260. 260 sound a lot better than 272. It sound a lot better than 289. Because I can show y'all the charts and y'all can see. How we came down from 289 and we've hit as low as 257. So we trying to get down to 250. I think when the summer come, I think we're going to hit it. So, like I said, I consider myself fortunate. That's why I don't want to break the chain. But like I said, chopping the onions up and putting them in there, they make a difference. They make a difference. And I hate to say it, adding that barbecue sauce, but next time we getting sugar free. But adding that barbecue sauce, it gives you something different. It ain't much left. I'm thinking about taking a I think I got enough to do. I think I got enough shrimp to do 2 more. I think it's like 8 of them left. If I do 4, they the jumbo. If I do 4 and 4, and I put them with the 2 bags of rice, that's 2 meals. And then we got 5 thighs left, and that's 2 meals. So we only got to go till Thursday. Thursday is the 3rd. We'll be right at the market. So we just have to go. So we're going to have to find a way to make that stretch. But we're going to stretch it. And see if we can stretch that till Thursday. But that's 4 meals right there. It's 5 thighs in the pack. So what I might do is do 2, 2, and then 1. And I'll chop that 1 up. And I'll put it in with the shrimp and the rice. And maybe we can make it. We got tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday night. We still got bag and a half of tangerines, and we got the graham crackers. So we're gonna see if we can stretch it out, and then see if we can make it with no help. But like I said, it really feels different because you know something gonna happen. Y'all know that we see the cardiologist, and he was talking junk. So I can't wait to go up in there on the 8th. I can't wait. And it's gonna be good weather next week. One day gonna be in the 70s. Where's hourly? I mean, not. Where's 10-day? Tuesday is going to be 57. Wednesday going to be 61. The 3rd going to be 51. Of course, partly cloudy, so it ain't raining. Friday, 44. Saturday, 53. But then look, Sunday, 71. Monday, 75. So we definitely going to have to get outside. And, of course, Sunday going to be raining. But Monday going to be 75. 58 for Tuesday, 49. Then we back to the 50s. So except for that 44, everything looked good. Thursday, it's going to be 25 degrees at night. God darn. So we definitely want to get out early. Look at that. Wednesday is 61 and 48. But Thursday, the day my money comes, it's going to be 25 degrees at night. Ain't that something? That day is the lowest nighttime temperature. Look at them. That day is the lowest nighttime temperature. 41, 48, 25. But check us out. 35, 45, 56, 52, 40, 39, 40. Ain't that something? So the lowest temperature is going to be today, 25 degrees at night. So we're going to have to go early and take advantage of that 51. We're going to have to go early and take advantage of that 51. 39% humidity. But look at it, though. 25 degrees. And wind's going to be 14 miles per hour. That means that y'all going to hear that bzzz in the camera. Ain't no getting around that. Yeah, y'all going to hear that bzzz in the camera. So ain't no needing fussing. Ava says she's welcoming the heat. Well, yeah, I said on the 3rd. You know we got our money on the 3rd. On the 3rd, it's going to be the coldest night. So, ain't going to be no nighttime riding. But it's supposed to be 51 during the day. So, I'm going to find out when it's going to be near 51. That's when we're going to head out. Or I might just go in the morning and get it over with. Let's see what's going on in the world. Let's see what's going on with Pootie Tang. 8 hours ago.
The girl sadly is dead tonight. While riding in the back of a vehicle, she was shot in the back with 2 other teenagers. As WREG's April Thompson reports, local police and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation are on the case, but no arrests have been made.
Family members of 16-year-old Destiny Jimerson describe her as a great girl, great student, and a great basketball player at Madison Palmer High School in Marks, Mississippi. Jimerson's life was cut short Saturday morning on MLK Drive in Charleston, Mississippi, about 30 miles from her home. Police say Jimerson was riding in the back of a vehicle when she was shot in the back. She died within a few minutes. Charleston Police Chief Larry Williams says the shooting was random.
I didn't know where she was from. I don't even know her.
News of the teenager's death came as a shock to Gail Chapman, who lives on MLK Drive close to where the shooting happened.
Yeah, because it's so close to home. This is where I live, you know.
Police don't know the motive and say only one shot was fired at the vehicle, but say there were two teenage males sitting in the front seat of the car Jimerson was riding in. They weren't injured. Chief Williams says Jimerson had been visiting a friend in Charleston, and the two males were driving her back to Marks when she was shot. According to Chief Williams, the driver of the vehicle stopped at the Tallahatchie County Jail on Charleston Town Square asking for help. EMTs were called, but it was too late to save Jimerson. A tragedy too close to home for Gail Chapman, who hopes police find the shooter.
Because, I live here, I have grandbabies, my grandbabies come and visit me and stuff, and it's a lot to take in and have to deal with when someone that got killed close to where you live.
April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
You're exactly right. Now, we're told detectives are analyzing evidence found in that vehicle, but currently have no suspects at this time. If you can help find the person who killed Destiny Jimerson, you're urged to call the Charleston Police Department.
All right. Oh, man, we got two things to look at. We got three things to look at. God darn. Let's take them in order.
A loving mother, sister, and daughter now at the center of a murder investigation. Memphis police found the 25-year-old killed in the Nutbush neighborhood. The woman's family continues to mourn while police search for her killer in tonight's Manhunt Monday.
What's in her mouth?
It took my little sister for nothing, man. She do nothing to nobody.
Candace Parker and her father are searching for a killer. Memphis police say 25-year-old Journey Caples was murdered last November in Nutbush.
She told me she was going to school, and when she left school, she was going to meet somebody to get some shoes. I guess she never made it that far.
Parker says she tried calling her sister, but her calls went unanswered. Something Parker says was highly unusual for the mother of two. So Parker went to her sister's house looking for answers.
When I got to my sister's house, I felt it. Something was wrong. And that's when the detectives told us we had to stay there for a minute. When they said that, I already knew. My sister was gone.
Parker says detectives told them they found her sister's body inside her white Jeep Cherokee on Prince Street.
She got shot in the head, came out through the back, through her side. I never think I'd put my sister in a casket, man. We just want justice for her, that's it.
Parker believes the gunman may have known her sister and says she may have been the target of a robbery.
I just want justice for my sister. I can't sleep. I can't eat. Y'all, I need help. I need help.
If you know who killed Journey Caples, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Your tip could help put a dangerous criminal behind bars and $2,000 cash in your pocket. Remember,
well, she definitely
a
was on a
16-year-old Marks missed. Five alleged gang members under arrest. They're accused in a string of car break-ins and shootings all across the city of Memphis. Thanks for joining us for the News at 5. I'm Greg Hirsch. Stephanie is on assignment. Two of the suspects are underage. Two others are only 18 years old. WREG's Bria Jones joins us now live from the Criminal Justice Center, where at least two of those suspects are in jail. And Bria, it sounds like police have been looking for these guys for quite some time.
That's right, Greg. This investigation spans several months. Now, police say these suspects terrorized car owners from East Memphis to Cordova. Caught on camera late January in Cordova. Police say the person you see here hastily searching through a center console is a gang member. The group is allegedly responsible for multiple auto thefts, burglaries, and shootings across Memphis.
they run the risk of being hurt or perhaps losing their lives.
The multi-agency gang unit arrested and charged 21-year-old DeMarcus Humphrey and 18-year-olds Joseph Cole and Aaron Jones and 2 juveniles. Humphrey is also accused of a crime connecting him to a missing show dog. He's charged with 4 counts of burglary of a motor vehicle as well as auto and property theft. Police say Cole, Jones, and the 2 juveniles are facing 18 counts of burglary of a motor vehicle, several counts of theft, as well as conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. According to police records, the suspects targeted Dodge Chargers and Challengers along Germantown Parkway near Wolf Chase and busy shopping centers along Poplar.
Citizens of Memphis, we can't feel comfortable going out to the movies or going to dinner and be comfortable and not worrying of being concerned about our vehicles.
Residents say the growing car break-ins are concerning, but you can't live in fear.
I just try to always lock my doors. I mean, that's really all you can do. You know, if they want to smash a window, then, I mean, what are you going to do to stop it?
During the investigation, police met with one of the juveniles' mothers and found an AR-15 and possibly stolen credit cards.
I just try to be vigilant, be mindful of where I'm going.
2 of the suspects are in custody. Police say that Humphrey is out on bond. Now, we haven't received word on the status of those 2 juveniles. Now, I did ask about that attempted first-degree murder charge, but I have yet to hear back. For now, reporting live outside 201 Poplar, Bria Jones, WRAG News, Channel 3.
I say it again. They need to read. They need to. They need to. Up the ante. They need to up the ante on sentences for these juveniles, and this will all go away. Start charging them the way you charge an adult. This will go away.
WGN Investigates has the inside story now of a multi-state manhunt for a person wanted for murder and his alleged connections to stolen cars. Investigative reporter Ben Bradley has the exclusive details.
This is a story whose tentacles extend from Chicago to Indiana and down to Nashville, Tennessee. And they involve a suspect who police say went from stealing cars to committing murder. 20 minutes from the sights and sounds that made Nashville famous, police in the Music City found this murder suspect from the second city hiding in the attic of a home. Investigators say they found 19-year-old Dion Evans with an orchestra's worth of incriminating evidence, including 3 guns, 2,000 rounds of ammunition, 22 credit cards, a money counter, and $3,000 in cash. The Great Lakes Fugitive Task Force tracked Evans to Nashville, where Deputy U.S. Marshals also found 354 vehicle key fobs in his possession.
So these are the recovered vehicles that we have once we recover them from the street as stolen vehicles.
In November, WGN Investigates showed you how thieves were able to steal cars without having access to the owner's keys.
Uses an unknown object to break into the Jeep. Had no keys inside. They are able to start it and take off.
Law enforcement sources say they can do it by reprogramming key fobs like the ones found in Evans' possession, which the head of the Secretary of State's Auto Theft Task Force told us in November can be lucrative.
It's a lot easier for a thief to steal a vehicle or 2 vehicles and make $50,000 a month on offering it up on Craigslist.
Dion Evans has a history of capers with stolen cars. East Chicago, Indiana police arrested him last year after 2 pursuits involving stolen vehicles. He reportedly told officers he could fetch $10,000 a car. Evans was charged with 3 counts of auto theft, then released on electronic monitoring. Law enforcement sources tell me it was while Evans was on electronic monitoring for those stolen car cases in Indiana that he's suspected of being involved in a murder in January here in Chicago. Chicago police declined to comment pending his extradition from Nashville. Ben Bradley, WGN Investigates.
Get him off the street and give him a real one. Ew. Ew.
In the Bronx tonight, a search for a suspect in an attack that can only be described as disgusting. That attack happened in a subway station. The man threw feces on a woman who was waiting for a train and then took off. That horrified victim today talked to Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kemp.
It is an attack on the subway, so vile, so disgusting. There are few words to describe the indecency. In this video released by the NYPD, you can see a man take something out of a bag, that something, human feces, which he then throws and rubs on a woman's face. No apparent motive. That woman says she was attacked out of nowhere. Speaking in Spanish, the victim, who did not want to be identified, says her assailant spread it all over her face and into her hair. She says she was sitting on a bench on her phone when she was struck. It happened so quickly, she didn't realize what had happened until after he fled. Police say it happened last Monday, February 21st, around 5:15 p.m. on the southbound platform of the East 241st Street subway station in the Bronx. The victim says 2 days after she was attacked here, she was harassed and followed by another man on the train in Brooklyn. In that incident, she said other riders were on board to help keep her safe. The mayor today saying incidents like this reinforce the need for a focus on how to address mental illness. And a week after his subway safety plan went into effect, he's ready to make some tweaks.
I'm sitting down tomorrow to do an evaluation. I went out yesterday some of the subway stations and talked to the officers on the ground to ask them their pros and cons. What could we be doing differently?
As for the victim in the Bronx, she's hoping the mayor's plan to curb crime on the subway will work.
That daggone shame. I mean, you know, I'm sorry. I mean, man.
Only until it was late, he was eyeing pricey pieces on the inside of the store. It's until he was greeted by a shiny piece, a gun. Our Javon Terry live in the loop along Jewelers Row with the showdown. Caught on surveillance. Good evening, Javon.
Do I know you? Do I know you? I don't know, but I did.
Hey, Brad, you know, this story just may leave you scratching your head a little bit. I want to show you some of the damage. Take a look at this front door. You can see that it's boarded up. The glass is still shattered. This is how the guy tried to get in. But keep in mind, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and you can guess there was nothing on display here. All the good jewelry, it was locked up. So it begs the question, the guy who caused all this damage, he was met with, I should say, a owner pointing the gun right at him, and he really met his match that night. It's hard to show off the merchandise when all customers at Jewels of Chicago see is a busted door.
For me, this store is bread and butter.
There's plenty of shiny jewelry on display, yet Friday morning, this guy in the shiny blue jacket decides he wants some free bling.
We cannot predict who's coming, who's doing what after hours.
Surveillance spots the man lurking first, and when people walk by Jewelers Row just before 1 a.m., he waits for them to pass, then peeks in the window. He leaves for a second, and watch what he comes back with. A heavy metal chain, and yes, he throws it right at the glass door.
The first time he hit that and walked away, he was checking to see if he would hear an alarm.
He only breaks one panel of glass, so no alarm goes off. But Jason Quach, who manages the building, is at the office and hears the commotion.
I don't think he expected anyone to be inside.
And just as this crook picks up the chain again to break the second glass, he finds out who's inside.
The moment he saw me come out with my firearm drawn, he quickly ran away, and I just heard no, no, no.
A different angle shows Jason running down the stairs with his gun. The moment the door opens, just look at the fear on the man's face. Although Jason did not fire a shot, he tells me he was ready to. You definitely scared the crap out of him.
I hope I did.
And the message to anybody else thinking about doing the same thing is what?
Is it worth it?
And that is the big question, was it worth it? Now, some people are also wondering, where exactly did this crook get that heavy metal chain? Now, right around the corner, you can see that there's a construction crew, some bobcats left behind, and it is suspected that the person got the chain from there and then walked back into the front door and made his move. Again, no shots was fired, and police are still looking for the individual who caused this vandalism. Reporting live along Jewelers Row tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
Jermont, good get, thank you.
Well, God darn, the news don't
A machete-wielding suspect caught on camera in Volusia County. Deputies say this man seen here attacked a stranger inside a Waffle House in Daytona Beach, slicing that woman and sending her to the hospital. Fox 35's Vicky Carr has more on this disturbing attack.
A Daytona Beach man charged with attempted murder after police say he attacked the woman with a machete.
Pierre Kendrick. Good afternoon.
Daytona Beach police say it happened at this Waffle House on Seabreeze Boulevard early Thursday morning. Investigators released this security video. They say the suspect approached the victim sitting with her in a booth before pulling out a machete and slashing her twice. Police say Pierre Kendrick took off in a red SUV, but police tracked him down yesterday afternoon. Kendrick stood before a judge today.
But specifically as to these offenses, you were arrested on a warrant. The warrant establishes probable cause. The warrant sets out that bond should be at $75,000, which this court will honor.
The victim told police she didn't know the suspect. She was able to jump over the counter and run to this hotel on A1A. That's where she called 911 and was taken to the hospital. Aside from attempted murder, Kendrick was also arrested for gun and drug-related charges.
If you bond out, you shall not possess any firearms or ammunition. Additionally, you would surrender any weapons you have to law enforcement.
In Daytona Beach, Vicky Carr, Fox 35 News.
Is the world going crazy? Ah, darn. Hey, wait a minute. What was that?
In the Bronx tonight, a search for a suspect in an attack.
Oh, no.
WGN 5. A 16-year-old Marks missed.
I'm trying to go back to the main screen. 1 hour ago, breaking news.
We've also got new details at 7 on a deadly shooting in Frederick County. One woman not facing any charges for shooting and killing a man in Green Valley. This happened yesterday morning right along Penn Shop Road. So Danny Sitters from Orlando, Florida was found dead there. Deputies say it did start as a domestic situation and that Sitters had a protective order issued against him before being at that address.
So a woman had a protective order against her boyfriend, and you know, hey, they can't do nothing to her. She had a protective order. He hadn't been around her. Supposed to be what, 300 feet away? 5 hours
Police
ago.
make an arrest in the brutal hammer attack on a city health department worker who was simply heading into a Queens subway station last Thursday.
As CBS 2's Lisa Rosner reports, a suspect is waiting to be arraigned in Queens criminal court.
They got him there.
The NYPD says the man seen in this video is 57-year-old William Blount, and he is now facing charges of attempted murder, robbery, and assault. Police say around 11 p.m. Thursday, Blount allegedly followed 57-year-old Nina Rothschild down the subway stairs at Queens Plaza Station, kicked her, and pulled out a hammer, hitting her over the head repeatedly before running off with her purse. Rothschild's brother, Gerson, says he visited her at New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell this afternoon.
She's mentally strong, but not as physically strong as I had imagined she would be.
He says she has a fractured skull and broke her hand. Plus, one of her arms is swollen, so even sitting up is tiring. Rothschild is a senior staff scientist with the city health department who had been involved with administering vaccines. She was working late Thursday.
My heart goes out to her. You know, this is someone who is an unsung hero, an essential worker who I'm sure did so much during this pandemic, who gave her all, and to have something like this happen, it's just senseless.
Queensboro President Donovan Richards says the NYPD has put more officers at the Queens Plaza station for now, but next month he's holding a meeting on transit safety. The latest police data shows subway crime is up 42% compared to this time last year. As for the suspect, in this case, police say Blount has half a dozen prior arrests, but he was last paroled in the year 2000. NYPD sources say Blount was arrested Sunday near his homeless shelter on William Street in Manhattan after a tipster recognized him. As for what the arrest means for Nina Rothschild,
She would hope that the person would get the help that they need while incarcerated.
he adds Nina will need rehabilitation from the hospital for at least another month before she's released. In Washington Heights, Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
We
did try to reach an attorney for Blount, but we were told one has not been assigned.
What got done?
This morning, the NYPD is investigating yet another act of violence in the city subway system. This time, a man who was shot on an L train platform in Brooklyn. Briella Tomasetti is at the scene in East New York this morning. What's going on, Briella?
Rosanna, good morning to you. And according to the latest MTA numbers, 2.8 million New Yorkers rode the subway this past Thursday, many of them having to put their fears aside just to get to work in the morning as incidents like what happened here last night become all too common. A new string of subway attacks over the weekend highlights the growing challenge this city faces when it comes to curbing violent crime. According to police, a man is in critical condition after being shot in the chest on an L train platform at the Broadway Junction station in East New York. The shooting happened at about 10 o'clock last night and apparently unfolded following a dispute.
The situation at hand with these shootings, it doesn't make sense. How are we reliving history all over again? Between the 70s and the 80s and the transit systems, we're reliving it all over again in the 21st century. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Just about an hour earlier in Manhattan, a man was slashed in the hand inside the West 4th Street subway station as he was walking down the stairs. The suspect, described as a Hispanic man in his 20s, jumped onto an arriving subway train. The two incidents come as 57-year-old William Blunt is charged with attempted murder, robbery, and assault in the unprovoked hammer attack on Nina Rothschild.
Sir, you hit that woman with the hammer?
Rothschild, a 57-year-old senior scientist for the New York City Health Department, was struck in the head as she was walking down the stairs into the Queens Plaza subway station in Long Island City on Thursday night. She was rushed to the intensive care unit where she underwent surgery for a fractured skull. Nina's brother, Gerson Rothschild, says she's still in the hospital but is expected to recover in time.
She is mentally quite well. I mean, psychologically, of course, scarred by the trauma, but she can remember things from 30 years.
Police make an arrest in the...
We must have had about, 11 or 12 straight news? And it's still another one. This is my city. Got done.
Well, gunfire erupts inside a nightclub on the block over the weekend. And as you know, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding that area recently. It is an issue that WJZ has been following from the very start. Thanks for staying with WJZ at 5:30. I'm Rick Ritter.
I'm Nicole Baker. Now, that shooting comes only a few days after some business owners on the block actually came to an agreement with lawmakers who wanted a curfew there.
Yeah, a lot going on here. Jessica Albert live tonight on the block for us with reaction from the community here. Jessica.
Rick and Nicole, that shooting happened at the Hustler Club behind me here. Baltimore police are searching for a suspect right now. I spoke to a representative for some of the businesses here on the block. He says this shooting is an isolated incident and doesn't mean that the block is unsafe. A weekend shooting inside the Hustler Club on this controversial section of East Baltimore Street called The Block.
Nothing like that ever happens on the Strip. Like that's very surprising.
Police say they got the call about the shooting around 1:30 Sunday morning. A 42-year-old man had been shot inside the club, sustaining injuries to his back and upper arm. The suspect got away. Investigators believe the shooting was targeted. The block has been in the news a lot recently after Maryland Senate President Bill Ferguson proposed a bill that would set a 10 p.m. curfew here. After some negotiating, the businesses and Ferguson came to an agreement to prevent the curfew. Through Naraja represents many of the businesses here.
It was a compromise where the small businesses agreed to formalize many of the security protocols they already had in place.
Some of the security measures the businesses have agreed to include making sure police have access.
I need y'all to look at this building right here. See that tall building right there? The third one down? See that high rise? Right here. This is the police headquarters. I had to go down here when I went and applied to be a cop. This is the headquarters. The reason why you don't have no problem here, the biggest police station that we have is right there. The main police station is right there. This is one of the safest parts of Baltimore. Because at any given time, it's like 200 officers in that building. If you do something, where you going? There's always somebody that come run out there and jump in the car and get you. Now that's sad. If somebody would try something. I mean, I've taken gone to the wrestling matches, and it's a restaurant. I think it's it right here. It's called Johnny's, Pollock Johnny's, something like that. It's one here and it's one on Baltimore Street, and they stay open till like 3 or 4 in the morning. And when you come out to wrestling matches or whatever, you can go there and get something to eat. I've had females that wanted to go there and get a pizza or a cheesesteak or play the video game. They got the video games in there, you know, the basketball and stuff like that. So I ain't never heard of anything happening on this strip. I mean, the police station is right there. That's crazy. Literally, the police station is right there. That building, right? That's the police station. That's crazy.
To their surveillance cameras and making sure their doormen are communicating with police. Victor Aja says he hopes this shooting doesn't take away from the effort to keep the block safe. And I have reached out to a lawyer for the Hustler Club. I have not heard back from him yet. I also reached out to a representative for the Senate president. He says that incidents like this one highlight the need for heightened security here on the block. The bill discussing the block will be discussed in the legislature this week. Reporting live from the block, Jessica Alpert for WJZ.
I've been trying to see what's going on with Putin Nanny, but I can't. Because we can't never get past the stories. Trying to see what's going on with Putin Nanny.
Breaking news as the war continues, talks are underway between Russia and Ukraine. There are a lot of other developments this morning, and Eyewitness News reporter Mark Cotarobas is tracking them live in the newsroom. Mark.
Yeah, Leslie, a lot of developments this morning. The U.S. Treasury Department announcing new sanctions targeting the Russian Central Bank and state investment funds. We're also learning the U.S. is drawing down its embassy in Moscow and suspending operations at the embassy in Belarus. Meantime, on Ukraine's border with Belarus today, Russian and Ukrainian delegations have been speaking. You're looking at a photo shared from inside the room where the delegations have been meeting. It's our understanding Ukraine is requesting an immediate ceasefire. This as the United Nations holds 2 meetings today, including the first emergency session of the General Assembly in decades. The more powerful 15-member Security Council is also meeting, though any UN action today would be largely symbolic as Russia is a permanent member of the UN Security Council with veto power. Today's meetings follow new information released from Ukrainian President Zelensky overnight, saying at least 16 children have been killed in the Russian invasion of Ukraine, 45 others injured. That is on top of hundreds, perhaps thousands of other casualties. Here now is the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations with more on the U.S. response.
The president has made clear that we're not going to put boots on the ground. We're not going to put American troops in danger. So that means we're not going to put American troops in the air as well. But we will work with the Ukrainians to give them the ability to defend themselves.
And speaking today, President Zelensky is praising Ukrainian soldiers and civilians for fighting back while also thanking its allies for sanctions and weapons. It is believed that 500,000 people have fled Ukraine since Russia invaded the country last week. This has been the largest and fastest displacement of people in Europe since World War II.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
That daggone shame. Wait a minute, we got an update.
The first round of negotiations between Ukraine and Russia since the fighting began ended without an agreement. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
I'm Heather Hayes. Both sides say they are open to talking again. It's now day 5 of Russia's invasion. During that time, many families have had to hide underground. Some took the long journey to try to escape, while many others stayed to fight. Oil giant Shell announced today it is pulling out of Russia and cutting other ties to the country, yet another economic blow. Fox 4's Alex Boyer tells us how the U.S. is now stepping up its support for Ukraine. Alex.
Hi, guys. And today, President Biden authorized $350 million in assistance to be sent to Ukraine's frontline support. That means that some military equipment could arrive in Ukraine within the next couple of days. Meanwhile, the U.S. has also deployed what it calls a disaster assistance response team to the region. This, as many Ukrainians today across Texas continue to rally for peace. A world away from the war in Ukraine, Texans, many with family living in the embattled nation, rallied outside the state capitol in Austin Monday, calling for peace.
My family are in Ukraine. All of them are in Ukraine, and they're suffering a lot.
Max Gorbelski moved to Texas from Kyiv last year for a tech job. Also at the rally, a UT student whose parents have been hiding in their basement ever since Russia invaded Ukraine 5 days ago.
It's very tough. It's very tough and emotionally draining. And you just check your phone all the time and trying to see if they're okay.
There were some Russians like this woman standing in solidarity with her Ukrainian neighbors.
I love Ukraine. It's my life now. My mom and my oldest daughter live in Ukraine now.
The United Nations.
Okay, then go over there and help fight for it. Get you some guns, get on a plane, and go over there and help fight. You have a home country. Go home and defend it. I don't understand that. But y'all say black people don't have a home. But every other race has a home. Nobody want to defend their home. They want somebody else to defend it for them. They want to run. If the Ukrainian army hasn't lost anything to Russia in 5 days, could you imagine if every Ukrainian citizen was to pick up something, and every time they saw a Russian soldier, they went to ham on them? They would beat them back over the border. But instead, they fleeing. 350,000 have fled. Imagine those 350,000 standing there with guns in their hand, with machetes in their hand, with swords in their hand, and saying, come on in here. We got something for you. Come on. You ain't gonna walk our streets. No, come on. Imagine. The Russians haven't taken anything in 5 days. They're supposed to be the best military in the world. They ain't took nothing. In 5 days, they've taken nothing. Seems to me, without their little rockets, they don't seem that powerful, do they? Without their missiles, they don't seem that powerful, do they? I'm asking a question. They supposed to be so bad. It's been 5 days. They ain't took nothing. They don't have not one stronghold in the Ukraine. I thought Ukraine was an itty bitty country. Thought they was gonna beat them up. The people, instead of running, they need to go out there and jump on them. Ain't nothing wrong with dying for your country. It's your country. I don't get it. Nia says not the outcome to be expected. He said his finger is on the nuclear trigger. Seems like a cop-out. Yeah, but that is it. His hand on the nuclear trigger because he's gonna have to drop some bombs. His military ain't good enough to go in there and just take it. They thought they were gonna go in there and beat them up and it was gonna be quick. The Ukrainians putting up a fight. Kind of reminds me of when the colonists rebelled against the King of England. They said, we ain't got much, but goddamn it, you got to come in and get us. They hid in the trees, dug in the ground. And when the soldiers came up there, rifle in their arm, marching, they got picked off from every angle. And I guarantee you, that's what's going on. And I guarantee you, and they just picking them off. You know, sometimes being trained perfectly make you predictable. And I think that by them used to being part of Russia, they know what the Russian military is like, and I think that they're using strategic. They're using strategic positions and attacks. And like I said, Russia ain't took nothing. They ain't got not one stronghold yet. 5 days. Five days. But see, they want to use nukes. It's like they depending on the nuclear weapons and the missiles and the bombs rather than the actual fighting. If you invading somebody, why are you trying to talk to them? Your military so good, why are you trying to talk? You supposed to have the best military in the world. Why are you trying to talk? When you went over there, you said no more talking. We coming to take it. We'll take it. It ain't that easy. And you know, if you drop some nuclear weapons, you gonna raise the ire of every other country in the world. Because if you do it to your brother, what you gonna do to the rest of the world? Everybody gonna come swinging. If you would do it, because 10 years ago that was all Russia. So you telling me that you would take out your brethren with nukes? What would you do to the rest of the world? What would you do to the rest of the world? The United States used a nuclear weapon in Hiroshima. But the United States didn't start with Japan. Japan sneak attacked our base with bombs. At what, 4 or 5 in the morning? While the soldiers were sleeping? Cowardly. Putin thought they was going to walk in there, take everything, and walk back out. And instead, they finding resistance. When you the big bully and everybody afraid of you when it's time to fight. All right, Ava says, good night, BD, Nia. Got to get up early. Yeah, y'all, I'm getting ready to end the show. It's 11 o'clock. I'm getting ready to end the show. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for spending the day with me. But you know, I've been trying to get to this. But it was so many other stories. Like, goddamn, were you worrying about what's going on in the Ukraine?
More great
you better worry about coming out your house tomorrow. All these daggone news stories. Worrying about what's going on overseas, you need to worry about what's going on in front of your door. Crazy. It's crazy right now. I know some of y'all got family in the military. We need to worry about our families right now. Can't go to the store. Can't get on the subway. Can't take the bus. You can't even get in your own car without worrying about getting attacked. We worrying about somebody on the other side of the world. You better worry about what's in front of your door. Because while you looking over there, something coming at you right now. It's crazy. So, all right, everybody, let me quick get out of here. As Nia would say, see you soon. As Chung Lee would say, don't leave home without the wasp spray. And as I say, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks for rocking with me. Y'all have a great evening. We out. Peace, everybody. Crazy what's going on. Yeah, it is a dangerous time. All right, y'all. We out.